Hello, everyone. I'm Kayse Maass, an assistant professor of industrial engineering at Northeastern University, and I'm here with my colleague, Kezban Sokat from San Jose State University. We are excited to share about our Informs Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Ambassadors project titled Creating an Accessible ORMS Community for Disabled People. Dr. Yagci Sokat and I are joined on this project by Victoria Akoria, who is a graduate student assistant at Northeastern University, and a team of expert disability accessibility consultants. Our objective is to create a more accessible and inclusive Informs community for disabled people by identifying the current barriers to accessibility and developing an action plan for Informs communities to remove those barriers. In addition, we hope that this project will help raise awareness within the operations research and management sciences community as to the broad spectrum of disabilities and related accessibility needs. Researchers have found that a lack of accessibility is a large reason why faculty with chronic illnesses, disabilities, and neurodiversity are greatly underrepresented in comparison to students with disabilities or disabled people in the general public. Although these particular statistics relate to disabled faculty in the US, we hope that this project will help increase access for everyone within our global ORMS community, regardless of the stage of their career and whether they are in academia, industry, government, or nonprofit organizations. Conferences can be wonderful spaces to bring people together from around the world to discuss common interests. However, as prominent academic disability activist Crystal Vasquez writes, conferences are notoriously inaccessible, and little has been done to rectify these issues. This has greatly limited the number of disabled and chronically ill scientists who can attend these meetings. Our current project is focused specifically on increasing accessibility within Informs conferences. We are looking at a wide variety of ways to make these conferences more accessible for people who have physical or mental disabilities, regardless of whether they are visible or invisible. This includes ensuring seating is comfortable for all body sizes, and that conferences don't exclude people who can't quickly power walk across the conference venue to get from one session to the next. It also means ensuring captions are accurate and that all conference materials, including presentations, are provided in a way that is screen reader friendly. And that socials don't just happen late at night and allow difficult to access locations, as this can exclude neurodiverse people or people with chronic illnesses who need to conserve energy for the next day's session. We also acknowledge that not everyone who needs accommodations self-identifies as disabled. Therefore, we invite people to join this study regardless of their disability pronouns. This includes people who identify as non-disabled but have cognitive or physical challenges, as well as those who have chronic pain or chronic illness. We also welcome people who identify as neurodiverse, disabled, or having a dynamic disability, which simply means that a person's accessibility needs or abilities can change from day to day, such as when a flare occurs. So with this, I'll pass it over to Dr. Yagci Sokat to talk more about the specific design of our study and how you can become involved.
In this project, we center the perspective of disabled Informs members. We base our project and findings on the team's lived experience and expertise in disability accessibility efforts. Specifically, we have a team of disability consultants who have lived experiences and are actively involved in leadership and advocacy efforts in the space and or researching this area to ensure that we are conscious and inclusive in our efforts. We also acknowledge that there are many different types of disabilities and many other identities that disabled people hold simultaneously. We would like to understand the intersectionality of these. We collect data on accessibility needs and potential improvement opportunities through a survey and a follow-up interview with those interested in the ORMS community. Based on the analysis of these, we will collect best practices to inform policy in the ORMS community. We have almost monthly meetings with our disability consultants to obtain continuous feedback on every step of our work. So in the project timeline, we have obtained the IRB approval to conduct the study. The quality survey is already tested by our consultants for comprehensiveness and also accessibility. And the survey is currently going on. Also, the interviews are going on. Once they are finished, we're gonna analyze the data, and then the report and implementation plan will be distributed. With this project, we hope to uncover opportunities and actionable items for making the Informs conference more accessible for our community members. We also hope to increase inclusion and participation of disabled people in ORMS related fields beyond the Informs conferences. We aim to identify next steps for additional diversity, equity, and inclusion ambassador projects. Regardless of whether or not you identify as disabled, everyone is invited to participate in the survey and the follow-up interview. Please feel free to share it with your colleagues and friends. They do not have to be current members. Non-informed members, past members, or potential candidates for Informs membership are all welcome to participate in the study. So early this year, Crystal Vasquez shared ensuring accommodations and involving disabled researchers in all aspects of planning should be an active effort on conference organizers to create disability inclusion conference spaces for all. With that, thank you for your interest in our diversity, equity, inclusion project. We hope to hear from you.